Pay the tax now, amigos. Pay it now. PVC pipe of knowledge. PVC pipe of knowledge. Just talk my man Scott, crushing, legend. How come everyone you say is a legend? I'm not a legend. Because the people who like me are legends. Why? Because I'm a legend. The people who work with me are crushing and legends. Why? Because I'm a legend. So if you want legendary status, you gotta like me and give me a thumbs up down there. If you want de-legendary status, you gotta give me a thumbs down. It's okay, give me a thumbs down. If you're like that guy Josh, I don't even track how many people give me thumbs down. I don't. There's not a way. I'm sure YouTube allows you to do it. I don't know how to do it. Sorry. But anyway, so I was working with my man Scott today, and here's a guy. He's just doing great, making $130,000 a year. That must be nice. Yeah, but he's been working his whole. That's what I don't understand. All these people like, must be nice to make six figures. I'm like, how old are you? I'm 30. Dude, I was making freaking, when I was 30, I don't know, $22,000 a year, $23,000 a year. Yeah, but that was 25 years ago. I was like, yeah, dude, it takes time, man. By the time you're in your mid-50s, 60s, most likely you'll be making the equivalent of six figures a year. I mean, everyone starts off not making much money. Very few people start off making six figures, dude. So if you're just a regular schmuck like you and me in a petty state check job, you'll probably start off making $30,000 a year, and you just build your way up. By the time you're in your late 50s, early 60s and stuff, you're making over six figures. Just gotta give it time. And if you stay at the same job, you've been married to the same woman, and you've been living in the same house for those years, I can almost guarantee you're gonna have $1 million because you've been squirreling money away. You drive older vehicles. It's just you're not that high hoity-toity. It's just the way it is. But some people, they want that. I want my money. I want it now. Like J.G. Wentworth commercials. I'm like, dude, you gotta be patient, man. Anyway, so my man, he said, oh man, real quick, it's fall. I don't know if y'all can see. Look, the trees haven't changed or anything yet, but oh man, it just feels good. See, this type of weather motivates me like crazy. Charles Lake, it makes her. I'm just gonna give it a quick tour right there. Look at those trees. They haven't changed yet, but I just like it when it's starting to get cool. I love the overcast. I love it. It makes her very, very tired. She gets not depressed, but she just like she doesn't want to do anything. I said, I'm the exact opposite. This is my favorite time of the year. When it's cloudy out, it makes me motivated. It doesn't have the same smell down here as it does in Maine in fall. I miss that smell, something wicked. But I just love this. I just love it, dude. I love being out here in the gray, the trees. Pablo, there he is. Stone Pablo. Anyway, so Scott was, for the last couple of years, he's been doing Roth contributions to his 401k, not his pre-tax one. And he said, I probably shouldn't have been doing that. I said, no, dude, you definitely want to do it. Pay the tax now while you got the money. Because right now his marginal tax rate is 22%. In the future, his marginal tax rate when he's on RMDs and Social Security would be 15%. So what all this software will show you and the spreadsheet guys and all this is that you should have waited to do your Roth because your marginal tax rate would be lower. I'm like, I just don't agree with that at all. Never mind the fact is even when he's retired, his effective tax rate, all right, not his marginal tax bracket, but his effective tax rate is 10%. All right, so I mean, you can make that argument, but your effective tax rate jumps up when you have RMDs coming in. But even that doesn't mean that so much to me. What means so much to me is you want to pay the tax while you have the resources in which to pay, from your petty state check. And I cannot get over this, man. It's one thing to pay taxes while you got the money coming in. It's another thing to have a tax bill you have to pay with money that is not coming in other than Social Security, but other than your investment portfolio, which is going up and going down. I cannot stress this enough. While you got your job and you're getting, every 2 weeks you're getting paid, a portion is being withheld from you. As long as you go to your work and as long as they don't lay you off and all this stuff, that money will still continue. That you don't really miss the taxes so much. But when your portfolio is being drawn on to not only live on, but also to pay the tax, dude, it changes everything. Because now you're not being withheld. Now you got to send a check. And you've got to pay money out of a portfolio that could be declining in value. Trust me, that does not feel good, man. Yeah, but I'm only in a 12, 15% marginal tax bracket. Yeah, it still doesn't feel good. For every $10,000 you're pulling, first $1,500 got to go to Uncle Sam. If you live in a state like he does that has a state tax, some of that money's got to go to whoever your stupid governor is. I mean, the first fruits go to your government. After that, you got what's left. And if the markets are on top of that going down 15, 20%, and the first fruits got to go to the government, it doesn't feel good. It's easier to pay it now, like got the cash flow coming in, than it is in the future. I'm just telling you, man, I've been doing this for a long, long time. Trust me when I say it. Now, that doesn't mean everyone should pay the tax now. I'm not saying that at all. It depends on what your circumstances are. But if you're just bordering at that 22% marginal tax rate, like my man is here, he's like right there. You know, a couple $1,000 going over the marginal rate, who cares? He's still at 12% for the vast majority. It goes over a couple $1,000 because he's putting his money into a Roth. All right, so $5,000 is taxed at 22%. Oh my goodness, was that $1,100? Whereas if he would have stayed, you know, that $5,000 would have been at that $5,000 would have given would not have been taxed at $1,100, but instead would have been taxed at, wow, I'm just thinking out loud here. Was it 10, 12, 12%, right? So that $5,000 would cost him $600. So it costs him $500 more in taxes to do that, to 22% tax bracket, to do the Roth. That means there's a hell of a lot less taxes he has to pay in the future. Even if he has to pay taxes at a lower rate, he doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, pay the tax now. I love your thoughts. God bless. Thank you, Lord, for giving us the fall, the seasons. I love it. Look how green. Just look how green, dude. Can you imagine living in Phoenix or something like that? Hell no. Hell no. You want the green. Oh, but the hurricanes, I get it. That is a problem. But at least we have water here. It's easy to say, well, I got my house, I grant you. But living in Phoenix, all brown and decrepit, bleh, hell no. Only crazy loons live in Phoenix. Only crazy loons get married in Phoenix and have their first kid in Phoenix. And then they said, I got a Diddy Mao because I'm going to get out of here. All right, God bless. We'll see you. Love your thoughts.